Hey guys, so first off, let me just start by saying I'm sorry that I look like a sausage. I have my hair slicked back into a bun, not for fashion, just because I haven't washed my hair in a couple of days, but I wanted to do a what I eat in a day because I always love watching those from all of my favorite different YouTubers just to figure out kind of what they like to eat, and it's really cool to see like the diversity or like if some people eat the same things. I'm probably weird, but it's fine. I am a vegetarian trying to be vegan, so I just cannot give up cheese. Like my heart can't take it, but I'm attempting slowly but surely. So for right now, I'm dairy free, don't eat meat, except for the occasional cheese, which I do love. Obviously, this is not an everyday thing. I switch it up, but these are the foods that I typically eat and the food that I like the most and care to share with you guys. There will be plenty more of these to come, but for right now, I just wanted to kick it off with 3 of my favorite things. So I'll show you guys what I eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then my little dessert, because you can't just end it with dinner. Or I can't because I'm fat. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy and let's get into it. So for breakfast recently, I've started to make my own overnight oats. I found a recipe on Pinterest and I make banana nut bread and it's super delicious. So first I get out a mason jar, clearly, and then I pour half a cup of oats into the mason jar, which by the way, I totally poured 2 half cups, so I poured a whole cup, and that's not the normal, so watch how big it gets, so don't follow me. Then I do 1 teaspoon of chia seeds. Then I put in some walnuts. You're supposed to measure, but I just went ahead and just, you know, poured it all in because I love the walnuts. Then you are supposed to do 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, but like who can really measure, so I just poured extra. This part was a little hectic. I had to put 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, but like it wouldn't come off, hence why I cut it out. Then you do half of a mashed banana. I didn't want you guys to see how like barbaric I looked mashing a banana, so I just went ahead and skipped that part for you guys. You're welcome. Then I usually use regular almond milk, but instead I decided to use the chocolate cashew milk, which ended up tasting really good. And then last but not least, I pour a little bit of honey, or a lot. And then you just mix it all together, which clearly I couldn't do because I had way too many oats in there. So it's time to shake it all up. And then that helped a lot, as you can clearly see. And then you just mix it up. And wow, I'm mixing for a while. You shake it one more time. I don't know why I'm doing it this much. That's a little dramatic. And then there you go. You have your overnight oats. So you place them in the fridge overnight, and then you come grab them in the morning. So it is now the next morning. I am going to grab my oats from the fridge. This is when I realized that I put entirely too much oats in it, but I was going to make it work anyway for the sake of this video. So for toppings, I usually add walnuts, and in this case, extra cashew milk because it was so chunky, but it ended up tasting so good, so I'm glad with the way it came out. So now it's lunchtime. I typically like to eat the same thing for lunch every day just because it makes it easier for me, and this has always been my go-to lunch. I like to make brown rice and black beans, and it's very simple, very quick, and it only takes about 10 minutes to make, so whenever I'm really hungry, it's not an issue for me to make it. Then I usually head on over to my spice rack to find spices. So I chose some garlic powder, some onion salt, and wow, that was a long time. And then I got some turmeric, and I just go ahead and wow, I sprinkled a lot in there. But so now I go ahead and sprinkle all of the seasoning in just to get it all mixed up. and I put it on medium heat for about 5 to 6 minutes. Usually it doesn't take very long. By the time my rice is done, the beans are already done and like almost overheated. So I use Uncle Ben's whole grain rice in the microwave just because it's super simple and super quick, and I used to do the bags of rice not in the oven, on the stove, but I burned my face with boiling hot water one time, so now I just stick to the microwave bowls. It's not a microwave bowl. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm terrible at voiceovers. Just please deal with me and all of what's going on. So I like to save some extra for when I have work, so the next day I can eat the lunch without having to cook it again. So I pour half, well, now I'm pouring the whole thing into my bowl, but I pour half into the container so I can have it for the next day. And then I scoop some beans for myself for that day for lunch. Clearly, I like to get those extra beans. And then I pour the rest in the container for the next day as well. And there we go. So for dinner recently, this has been one of my absolute favorite meals. I make vegan tacos. Well, it's vegan taco meat, but I do use cheese, as we've talked about before, so just bear with me on that. Hey, little Chansey. So first we have to make the Mexican rice, which takes about 25 minutes. Don't worry, I washed my hands for this butter transaction. Have no fear. So the Mexican rice, like I said, takes 25 minutes. You pour the rice and the seasoning mix all in there with water and butter, and you let it boil. While you're waiting for your rice to boil, you just stir it around a little bit, that way it all gets mixed together. And then I am going to be preheating the oven for the taco shells, which I think it is 325. Yep, I'm good. So now I'm just getting all of the pans ready, even though I have a full 25 minutes, and the 25 minutes doesn't even start until the rice is boiling, so I'm not sure why I'm getting ahead of myself here, but I think I was just a little too excited. Oh, it's boiling. Great. So now you put it on a simmer, stir it around one more time, and then cover it. Set the timer for 25 minutes, and then I took a small little break. So now time to put the shells in. They go in for about 7 minutes. I got the blue kind because it makes me feel like I'm a little healthier. Now it is time to cook the meat, which this is my favorite brand of vegan meat. Like, I can't even express to you guys how good it is. This tastes exactly like tacos, like I remembered tacos tasting back when I was like 10. So you just put it on medium heat for about 4 to 5 minutes because it's not real meat, that's all it takes. Now I am getting all of my necessary toppings out. Do not be fooled, I do not eat sour cream, but I do eat cheese, and I do love the mild sauce from Taco Bell. So now the meat is just about done, the rice is done, and the shells are now done. So everything is coming together pretty nicely. I am making soft tacos as well, hence why you just saw that. But now you add a little bit of water and then some seasoning into the meat to make it taste like tacos. I chose the less sodium because I'm not trying to have a heart attack. And now I am just preparing my crunchy taco, which by the way was so freaking good. And ooh, this makes me want it again. I can't stop looking at it. Okay, so I just finished making my soft taco. I was really trying to make my plate look presentable, but it just was not happening. Kind of overdid it on the rice, but you know, I ate the entire plate. But yes, simple, fast, and easy dinner, and I loved it. So now for the best part of the day, we have our dessert. I found these monster cookies from Target. They are oatmeal cookies with peanut butter and M&Ms on the inside, so I was living for those, clearly. I had the oven set to 325 and it goes on for 14 minutes. Then I went ahead and poured myself some chocolate cashew milk while I was waiting, and I got Chance some regular milk as well. I had never tried chocolate cashew milk before, but it is so flippin' good. Like, I can't even express to you guys. Now the cookies are done. They smelled so good. I hadn't had oatmeal cookies in probably years, so I was impressed with the way they turned out. Clearly. And now I'm going to deliver the milk to Chance. He had no clue I made him some, so you're about to see his reaction, which is priceless. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys, so thank you all for watching, and hopefully there will be a lot more to come where I'll be better at these voiceovers. Love you!